Hi guys, and welcome back to Keep Smiling Adventures. And we are back on the Sonder, all packed up, ready for another bikepacking mission. And on this trip we are in the Yorkshire Dales. We're going to be taking on the Yorkshire Dales 300 kilometers, nearly 200 miles of Yorkshire Dales beauty. We've got the weather on our side and things are looking good. This route starts in a place called Skipton, and I'm just climbing out up to the Yorkshire Dales. So we're going to have a few days smashing these beautiful roads and probably some pretty rough stuff. We are starting today around 3:30, so we're going to get a few hours in before finding somewhere to wild camp as always. But let the adventure begin. This is the Yorkshire Dales 300. Let's do it.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again?
Wow, what a view. The Dales never fail to disappoint, I tell you guys. Just come up to the top of the first climb. So now we get to do a bit of descending. Oh, so nice today. Perfect temperature. Nice and warm. Just about right. Right. We're gonna get our first descent. I think it gets dark at like nearly 8 o'clock, 7, half 7, 8 o'clock now. So we're gonna descend. Probably start climbing the next one and probably start looking for somewhere to camp already. What a view. Let's go.
Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. The feeling is all gone. The feeling is all gone. If I could take you back to my youth and show you what I wish I knew, my will is strong with a place to lean. In the moment I hung desperately, the other ring on my wrist is gold. Pairing with the
Right, that is going to bring us on to the end of our first little day. We've done 30 miles. And I think I found where I'm going to camp, and this will be my view for the night. The sky is absolutely beautiful right now, and the route so far has been really fun, been really flowy. Couple little bits of hike a bike just where it's steep and I'm lazy, but we're going to set up a camp here, have a beautiful view and have a good night's sleep. It was a long day on the bloody train. So I'm feeling pretty tired, but yeah, just starting to get dark now. Sun has just set. So far the Dales are delivering the beauty and the fun riding. So as always, I'll see you bright and early in the morning. Oh, what a view. What a view. Good morning, guys. Good morning. And what a beautiful morning it is. Definitely think we're in that turning point for the winter nights, because last night, although very peaceful, very quiet and very beautiful, it did start to get a little bit cold early this morning. But yeah, nice quiet night until these birds started waking me up. It's currently 6:30, sun is just rising, so we're going to get this tent packed up and start our first proper full day of the Yorkshire Dales. And if it's anything like yesterday, it should be absolutely beautiful. Let's get packed up. Right guys, all packed up. Oh my god, it's cold this morning. Yeah, I wish I'd brought the gloves, but they're not on the bike yet. Right, so the best way to start the day is of course with a downhill, and that is what we are going to be doing this morning. And I think we're going to go sort of down there and around all of them big hills.
I wonder how this night will be. The apple does not fall from the tree. She said I almost died a week ago. I lost my way, I thought I'd let you know. Countryside, the water's so I wait up here, I just let it know. Wait along the corridor, some would say they've seen me here before. Do we need to go this far? We do know who we are. Can we make this even better? Somewhere close about.
Right guys, so we are just coming up to the 20-mile mark this morning. And if you are regular on this channel, you know that's always about time for breakfast. And today, we're going to have a chicken tikka ginsters. This morning has just been absolutely beautiful. A little bit slow going, a little bit rough in places, sort of bordering on a little bit too hard for the gravel bike, but still fun. Not too dangerous, just sort of don't throw caution to the wind and just sort of go a bit easy. It just started to get a little bit rugged. We're going up there. We come from all there. It's all a bit single tracky, and we're sort of right at the top though, so we're going to descend down. But oh my god, the views. I just love them. They're so good, and the temperature absolute spot on, and just generally a perfect morning for a bikepacking trip. We're just coming up to a place called Starburton, I think is what it's called. And yeah, we're going to descend to there in a minute. I think we got a little bit of a climb there, but the views are just epic. Everywhere you look in Yorkshire Dales are just views everywhere. Amazing. Right, going to finish this ginsters, and we're going to crack on and hopefully find somewhere good to stop for some lunch. I got a spider on me, I can feel it. Hike-a-dee like, hike-a-bike, hike-a-dee like, hike-a-dee like, hike-a-bike.
I know I never felt this way. People change, but it feels like we stay the same. Every time you look at me, I'm heating up at least a third degree. Do
the Yorkshire Dales steep stuff. Nearly there, I think. Nearly at the top, I hope. Tough grind there, but made it to the top, and greeted actual nice rideable gravel. Hopefully it lasts, but it looks like we're sort of heading downhill, but like in a nice, not really steep way. Nice. Okay. Right guys, I just coming past a place called Bolton Castle, and a pretty spectacular castle too. Today is going pretty good. The route's really fun actually. You have some sluggish uphills, like you grind up the steep stuff, you hike or bike it, but then you're normally rewarded with some nice flowy, long gravelly sections that isn't too crazy. It normally ends up a bit crazy in places, but it's been pretty fun. Now we've done about 35 miles so far today. Now the thing that's really slowing me down isn't the hills, isn't the rough terrain, it's the bloody gates. So many gates on this trip. But it's currently 2:30 and I still haven't actually found anywhere to buy any food or anything. So we're gonna have to have a little late lunch, and we're just gonna have to have a sausage roll. So we're gonna have a sausage roll, and we are currently heading up to like the furthest north point before heading back towards the start line. Now I'm hoping to find somewhere to find some food for tonight, and then just generally find somewhere nice to camp. Maybe another 20-30 more miles to go today. Sausage roll time. Right guys, so we've come to the end of our first proper day on the in the Dales, because today we've done about 55 miles. It's become very slow going, lots of steep, grindy, hiker-bikey sections. You are pretty much always rewarded with a nice descent. Like only once in this whole trip so far has it kind of like been not really worth it, but apart from that it's been good. It's just tough going, lots of ups and lots of downs. Still actually haven't found a shop, but in about 10 or 15 miles I know there is one, so we'll get that done first thing in the morning. That'll be our top priority in the morning. Tonight I've just set up camp, well, half set up camp, because I'm just letting everything sort of dry out a bit, because last night when I woke up this morning everything was just soaking wet. It hadn't rained, it was just very wet everywhere. And right, so this is where I'm going to be camping tonight. Not a bad little spot, nice comfy grass and a pretty decent view. We've just come from there and we are heading all the way up there, and yeah, we've got like maybe like 2 climbs and then finally we'll get a shop. I've got another sausage roll and a few chocolate biscuit bar things, so it should be good for the night. And yeah, as always, I'll see you bright and early in the morning. Today's been a tough one, but a good one. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, guys. Another little nippy one for this morning. Last night I slept really good, and it's one of them days I don't really want to get out of camp. Probably because we've got to go uphill first, but yeah, not a bad night. A little bit windy and then it died down, and but this morning nice and dry, just a little bit on the nippy side. The winter socks are definitely going to start coming out, I think, from now on, because my feet are a little bit cold again in the night. Right, this is day 2 of the Yorkshire Dales. We're starting off with a nice bit of gravel climb. First priority of the day is to get some food. I think we've got a bit of a road slog coming up, and we're gonna just like drop it off the route a little bit into a place called Howes. I think it's called Howes, something like that. And yeah, let's go. Let's get packed up and let's go. The wind is cold.
Down in Louisiana, where the tall, tall pine trees grow, there live a preacher daughter, and she knows how to jelly roll. And a papa wanna save my soul, but a sweet talking daughter, Lord, she loves to jelly roll. Yes, she do.
Right, we have managed to find a shop. Got some strawberries for breakfast and some Rubicon, and stocked up for the rest of the day, so we should be good. From here, from Hughes, however you say this place, we are going to get to the highest point on this route, and I'm pretty sure it's it was on the Second City Divide. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's in that area, so I'm assuming it probably is. So, quick breakfast time, much needed breakfast time for sure. Big old climb and then a super descent down to here. Right, time to eat. I much needed this. I really need this breakfast. Right, making our way up to the highest point along the old Roman road. I definitely have been up here before, especially when we did the Second City Divide. This is on there. It does get a bit rough, it does get a bit bumpy, but it's just like this endless gravel that you just can see all the way into the distance. But now we've finally had some food, we are ready to take on the day. Let's go!
Them the gals in Mississippi get along and they talk. Hell, they can recommend just like a cannonball. But hell, I love to watch them fall. Oh, the Mississippi woman, Lord, if they don't beat all. Oh, now, yes they do. Well, I've been looking out my window as far as I can see. I'm looking for the rounders and they're looking out for me. Oh, but why won't they let me be? I'm a high-stepping papa from way down in Tennessee. Yes, I am. Why don't they let me
be? Wow. That was a lot of fun coming down from the highest point. Bit of a grind getting up, but not actually too bad. All actually rideable if you have the determination to do it. But yeah, super fun coming down. You could really just fly, and it was really flowy and just generally really fun. And then it just carried on. It just felt like it carried on forever. After the off-roady bit, a nice road descent all the way down until now, where we're going up some steepness again. I've done nearly 40 miles, just about 38 miles I think it is. I've got about 70 miles to go. Now the goal today is to get as close to Skipton as possible and try and give myself a really easy day tomorrow. Hopefully I can give myself maybe 30 miles tomorrow. 30 or 40 probably. We've got a bit of a hike for the steepness, so before we do that I'm going to have a little I'm having some jelly out of the packet. Right, jelly time, and then let's get to the top of this climb. Doing pretty good today. Right guys, so I am just coming through a little village called Stainforth, and yeah, it's got a bit of a climb. I've got about 7 miles to do until we've got about 40 miles to go. So, and also I've got about an hour and a half until sunset. So I'm just going to start looking for somewhere to camp. We're basically climbing out again, so we're just gonna try get to the top of this climb and then find somewhere to camp, which then should leave us with a nice 40 miles or something to do tomorrow. Today definitely been a little bit more fast-paced, but let's climb this hill and let's go and find somewhere to sleep. I'm very sleepy today. Let's go. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Oh, another nippy morning. But last night turned into a little bit of a slog. A nice slog, don't get me wrong. It was like a really nice slog. Lots of fun riding. But finding somewhere to camp. Although there was lots of places. The cows. The cows were everywhere, and they did not want to let me have a place to sleep. But in the end, we managed to do 70 miles, which leaves us with a nice 40 to do today. So we should, if everything goes to plan, finish today. But where I camped, honestly, it is absolutely beautiful. Probably one of the better spots on this whole trip in terms of views and in terms of comfort. But I've got 40 miles to do today, and I want to get up, get packed away, and get warmed up. Let's do this. It's definitely the morning I wish I had my gloves. But we're starting off today with a descent, which normally I'd say is good, but because my hands are so cold, I can barely press the brakes. So it's not so good, and it's quite rough on this trail. But I think today we have like 3-ish climbs and then a descent to the finish line, so it should be a relatively easy day. Hopefully some nice riding is to be had in these final 40 miles. Final day for the Yorkshire Dales. You've been beautiful, but let's do it. That descent back there, route to Malum or something, I think it is, when you come in the opposite way. My god, that was fast. It was really rough at the top, but then it smooths out and you can just let go of the brakes and absolutely fly. I have no idea how fast I was going. I was way too concentrated on where I was going, but man, it was just so good. I've got like 25 miles to go. I think one more climb and then a descent into Skipton. What a morning this has been. Lots of fun descents, and that one there sure was fun. Probably the best descent, actually. I'll put that up there with at least one of the best descents on this route so far. Right, one more hill and we're so close. Let's do it. lied. There was 2 more hills, but we're just coming up to the top of the last one, and then it should all be downhill all the way to Skipton. Fingers crossed. It's a fun rideable descent. Hopefully these gravel tracks continue. Come on, out to see the descent. Well, there we have it, guys. We have made it back to Skipton. We have done the Yorkshire Dales 300. That was actually a really fun route. Had a lot of fun. There was lots of climbing. There was lots of hard climbing, but there was so much fun descending, which is always welcome. And a route that actually had a really nice flowy finish, which is always appreciated. So as always, I will do a before you ride video on everything you need to know. But if you enjoyed this video, guys, give it a thumbs up, and until next time, keep smiling, enjoy the adventure. Peace.
Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait.